My name is Heather Feather. I am the owner of Rare Bird Medicine, and today I wanted to talk about you seek yourself. You're looking for yourself. You're right there. There you are. Sometimes I have to do that. Like, here I am. Here's my breath. Oh, there's my body. So we've talked before in previous videos, and I'll mention again here in case you've never seen any of the other videos, that from 0 to 7, a two-legged typically develops the foundational aspects of their personality matrix. There is a further development that will occur from the ages of 8 to 14, but the foundational aspects of a personality matrix are developed from 0 to 7, a little further refining from 8 to 14, but from 0 to 14, the matrix that you have is the one that you will work with and repeat. It's the pattern you're going to perpetuate throughout your lifetime that may at times cause you to feel like a gerbil on a wheel, just running in circles, because it will create a certain level of cyclical pattern. And one of the most common and most normative patterns that any healer, any medicine person that's paying attention will note is a sense of worthlessness, a sense of I'm not lovable, I'm not worthy of love, there's something wrong with me. Like, there's just, this isn't lovable. If we think about that one for a minute, it's kind of silly. I mean, I don't ever look at a fox and think, oh, you worthless, you worthless son of a gun. I'm just like, oh my God, it's a fox, look at the little fox. When I look at a bird, the beautiful robin that came to sing me a song today, you know, and just had all kinds of neck movements and had a real show to put on for me, was like, hey, girl. I'm not ever thinking like, it's so hard to love you, you know. However, the two-legged, being a creature that is in a habitual state of evolution, growth, expansion of one's awareness, can have a lot of self-recrimination and self-judgment around one's own behaviors, words, actions, deeds. Now, it is important to note that a lot of us two-leggeds out there from 0 to 7 and 8 to 14, through that period when our matrix was developed, we had exposure to toxic teachers. We had exposure to what I call false teachers, false gods, whatever you want to call it. We had people in positions of authority that were offering fear, offering ideas that like you did that wrong, and you know, things that ingrained this internal conversation that seems to habitually be present of like, I'm not good enough, I'm not getting it right, I don't have what it takes, I don't know how to resolve things, I'm a mess, you know, that whole thing. There's variations in the way we say it, but it's always like in there. That conversation was garnered in your matrix because you had a false teacher. Somewhere around you, when you were growing and evolving, instead of being taught, yay, you got it wrong, and you get to learn, and you get to evolve, and you're growing, and you don't have to get it perfect, and how fun, let's try again, you know, instead of being given that, you were given like, wrong, do it correctly, or whatever. You're given some matrix of this concept of, oh, I need to judge myself. It was like, I'm bad, I'm wrong. You are not bad and wrong. You are not a burden. You are not a problem of existence. You are an evolving creature. And you're allowed to learn. And you don't have to get it all perfectly right. And you're not getting it wrong when you're evolving and when you're growing on any given topic that you're evolving and you're growing on. You are awakening. You are shaking off former concepts, ideas, perceptions for newer, broader, bigger ones. And that's exactly what we are doing down here and what we're supposed to be doing. So why are we attacking ourselves for the pattern that we're in and for the programming that we're in and for the conditioning that we're in? It's because we have this false expectation that was landed in the matrix that says that like you have to get it always perfectly right, and any little thing you get wrong is judge worthy not only of yourself but also the rest of society. And definitely sweep that under the rug and try not to let society see it, because you're a judgmental creature, and certainly they are too, and they're probably going to judge you for it, and that'll just be further evidence and proof that you're worthless and completely unlovable. So that's a whole bunch of shenanigans. It's a whole bunch of just like, what in the heck are we doing with our time down here? Because the clock is ticking and death is imminent. What are we doing with our time? We're going to loathe ourselves because we required learning? Do we hate the baby because it has to learn how to speak? Do we hate the baby because, or the toddler for figuring out how to walk? Then why, as an adult, do you not have that same freedom and liberation to evolve on any given topic to your next level of awareness? And why can we not have compassion and patience and understanding of other people's evolution as well as our own? That would be a next level evolutionary step for the two-leggeds. Come on, humanity, let's get there. Let's get there. I believe in you. I have faith in you. Let's go. The reason I say that you seek yourself is because what happens with this particular matrix, because you didn't get an external source of validation, because you had a false teacher, because you had a teacher that was offering lies instead of the truth is you're made out of energy. Fundamentally, I say love, light, and energy, and that is in a state of evolutionary understanding and grasping what it is, and it's all perfect, whole, and complete in its exact format. But because you were given this concept that you're not enough, or there's something wrong with you, or you, blah, 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 because you didn't get the external validation, what most two-leggeds do is they spend their life looking for that external validation. They want their boss to validate them. Many two-leggeds, it's all about that corporate ladder. It's all about that validation from leaders or people in higher positions. Many will seek that validation in their families, from their parents, from their grandparents. And if they were fed dysfunctional, toxic, poison teachings, which many, almost probably all were, then they might not have that to offer. And then that might cause you to dig in on how worthless you are. They seek it from their lovers. It's like, you're my lover. You should let me know that I'm worthy of love and valid and that I'm not a burden and that I matter. And you need to habitually communicate that to me. My beloved friend Noli, who is a phenomenal, she owns her own psychology practice and runs it and has a bunch of interns she's trained to do what her brilliant mind does. She once told me like a week or two ago, she said that her male clients typically will have a sense that things are the way that they are. So like if they get in a relationship and two people are together, her male clients will be like, we're together, that's the deal. But there are female clients tend to always question things as if change is inevitable and have things change. So her female identified clients, I'm not talking about genitalia here ever, but her female identified clients will more like seek that verbal validation. Is the relationship still together? Are we still together? And I thought that was really interesting that kind of feminine principle dominant has a tendency to constantly seek that validation. So the volume might even be turned up louder if you identify, primary female specific. You might even more kind of want that outward validation. And we can see that culturally, if you look at men's advertising, it's like fresh, bold, adventuresome, this watch and deodorant is brave and powerful and awesome and it's like, and if you watch ads for women, it's like, you smell bad and you need this douche and you're gross and you have pimples and what's going on with your hair there, girl? And, we have things going on like bleaching of buttholes, pardon my French, shaving of all genital hair so that you look like a child downstairs. Interesting choice, humans. There's just ways in which women are fed in multiple directions that the way their body formulates is gross. Ew. I was swimming when I was on vacation we were in a hot tub swimming pool situation, and they had this old 50s poster that was like rules for the pool, and it was like, women should wear hair caps. It's like, men, bring your beards and your hair into this pool. You can do anything you want. You're total champions of the world. Women, your hair's gross. Cover it up. Don't clog the drain. I was just like, what is this? Oh, bless all of humanity. Anyhow, I think it's interesting that we can spend so much of our lives trying to get that outer validation, that outer component, that outer expression, because it was missing when our personality matrix was made. We might always seek, I need my lover to tell me I'm valid, I'm lovable. I need my friends to let me know they care by showing up, by telling me, by, You know what? Maybe your friends are depressed. Depressed people are having a hard time getting themselves up. They can't necessarily constantly be validating your ego. I mean, and it's kind of egotistical, not very friendly to expect your friends to validate your ego or your lover or any of it. It's not their job. It's actually our job. And when we talk about self-love, and we talk about self-respect, and we talk about self-care, what that means is that the job is to tune into your star player. That missing gap of love, that missing teaching of love. So the false teaching is false evidence appearing real, fear-based, you're unlovable, you're a burden. The true teaching, the truth, the light of truth, light of awareness on truth, you are love. You can't miss love because you're made out of it. It's literally your matrix. It is everything you have, and it is the only truth you offer. And everything else you've ever offered in your life is false evidence appearing real or fear. But in reality, in truth, you are love. So nothing's missing. So the work remains with coming back to your star player, coming back to the home in which you breathe, the flesh costume you find yourself in, which, P.S., you're not all the labels that you're so attached to, your culture, your gender, your sexuality. Like, you're not your labels. Life is a stage. There are many costumes, and we will change them over and over again. We are energy. We are infinite energy being expressed. And the question is, when are we going to grab our own reins and have dominion over our reality by going, you know what? I'm going to be the love that I feel was missing from this cup that I was handed as a baby. I'm going to be the love. I'm going to be a steward to my inner child. So my inner child was bullied. It was given false teachings. You know what? When I was a little kid, I wanted a balsa wood plane. I'm going to go get a balsa wood plane. I'm going to fly it. I always wanted this special jump rope. I'm going to go get it. I'm going to appease my inner temple. I'm going to make sure my inner child has healthy association and healthy teacher from my adult self. If I find myself seeking hungry, greedy, grunchy humans, we have so many blessings, and we're always like, more, I want more, it's not enough, I'm a black hole. Instead of just constantly needing to consume other people's attention, other people's love, products, anything, pornography, drugs, sex, whatever you can do to just try to fill the empty black hole called false teaching in your childhood, instead, you can choose, I'm going to be the source of this. And anytime I feel triggered, or I see myself needing my beloved to tell me I'm worthy of love, or needing my friend to tell me I'm worthy of love, or my boss, or the world, or whatever it is, I'm going to watch for that. And when that comes up, oh man, am I ever going to practice some deep, rich self-respect and self-love? I'm going to check in and be like, feels like I'm grabbing for love outside of myself, but I'm made of love. That's silly. So what serves me? What is this? Do I feel like I need socialization and connection? Do I need interaction? Maybe I need to be alone. Maybe I'm overly socialized, overly interacting. Maybe I'm working too much and not having enough fun. Let me check in with myself and see what lovely, loving, supportive, wonderful thing I can gift my phenomenal being on this golden day called my life and existence. We've been talking about counting your graces. We've been talking about counting your blessings. And today, I want to kind of bring it back to taking account and being accountable and responsible for the fact that you are the love that you seek. You are the interesting person that you seek. You are the interesting conversation that you seek. You are the sacred, interesting moment that you seek. And so many of us are filling our time, attention, and energy with so much otherness that a wonderful medicine, even if it's deeply uncomfortable, would be to get still, get alone, be with you, and ask yourself, is there really anything about me that is unlovable? Do I have the right to learn? Isn't it time that I filled my own cup with the wellspring of love that I'm made of? Yeah, I think it's time. Go to rarebirdmedicine.com. Services are offered there. We have classes coming up on shamanism, astrology, the tarot, all kinds of good things. And we'll be posting dates on that soon. Blessed be.